period is 1.8 years. Now, as a master franchise, this is the opportunity which we have when we are looking out for. We are looking out for area developers for 4 regions specifically and categorically, in which in the north, we are looking out for 20 units with a master fees of 50 lakhs, in which the franchisee gets a right for 20 units, but he has to open 1 unit. So his total cost will come to 65 lakhs plus 50 lakhs, which is 1 crore 15 lakhs. For West also, it will be 1 crore 15. For South, the master fees will be 50 lakhs. And for East, the master fees will be 35 lakhs, where we are expecting in 5 years, the area franchisee will be opening up 10 units. So this is a big brief about the entire financial fact sheet. Just to take you through the entire pro forma for the 1500 square feet, we will be looking out for an opportunity where we look out for a total investment of 85 lakhs. We have already discussed in brief about the details about the breakup. Your staffing, which is going to be a very important part of the entire cost. We have just worked it out with Paul and Mark and the team. So we'll be requiring 1 cafe manager, 3 waiters, 1 cleaner, 1 head chef, 2 barista, that's 2 staffs making the coffee, 2 kitchen personnel, and 1 dishwasher. So your total staff will be 11, which will be the total operational staff throughout the day. Now, Pantry operates in a self-service model. That's what Paul had told me before, that you don't need people to serve. So basically, you go, you place the order, and it's only the backend and the kitchen staff which is required. So 1500 square feet, 11 people, 11 staffs working is also a major USP of this brand, because generally, if you see, as per the Indian coffee shop standards, it's basically for every 20 people, they have 1 staff to serve. So that's also a place which is a saving. So you are saving 3 into 2, 6 staff in a day, which is 6 into the minimum wages we have to pay into the number of months, which is also adding to our ROIs. So this is the basic brief about the total breakup, where we are looking out for number of 2-seaters and 4-seaters. So we'll be having around 22 seaters, around 44 seaters. And your total sales, which we are looking out for annually, is around 3 crore 47 lakh 40,000. As an area developer, if you're looking in for opening up an area with 20 units, your single unit cost will come to 65 lakhs. Your sub-franchise rights, your master franchise rights will come to 50 lakhs, which is 1 crore 15 lakhs. And your total revenue will work out to 5 crore 21 lakhs. The good opportunity out here for a area developer who is taking out the 4 different areas is that he will get 60% from the franchise fee share, which is 20 lakh rupees. He will get 50% from the royalty share. And for his own unit, which is opening, he has to pay only 50% of the royalty share. So if you see that if you are going in for an area developer, basically your payback comes within 16 months, which is unexpected and which is one of the best USPs about this brand as far as the returns are concerned. We would like to discuss more with you about the opportunities, the financials, the average ROIs, how the menu will look like. If you would like to get connected with us, we have already shared our details with you for a better understanding. But yes, 101, we would like to set up calls with you and our MD who is there on the call for a better discussion, better understanding about the brand and the financials. So please get in touch with us. Now it's the time that we will be taking some questions. And if you have any queries, don't hesitate to call us. We have shared our personal number and details also for your understanding.
Just quickly to recap, Swaraj and friends, we see your questions coming in. I'll request all of you to write your questions. If you can also put the name of the city. If you own any location or a property, we'll be happy to even have those details shared with us. If you look at the overall dining scene in India, it is currently at a inflection point with a lot of consumers who are evolving, their preferences are evolving, and a lot of international exposure which is happening. And today's consumer, they want to go to places which give them an experience. And the art of presentation is something which is becoming more and more important in the age of social media. The presentation of food has become an integral part of dining experience. I think throughout the presentation, we actually saw the entire experience, the look and feel of the outlet, their product, their presentation. And the overall casual dining segment in India, despite the growth that we currently have, which is very big, it is still comparatively less developed than many mature markets like UK, but it's growing at a very fast pace, which also means that it presents a very significant investment opportunity for people who want to enter. And established, iconic, I would say, brands like Pantry, they're carving their niche with their format, which is actually benefiting from the high growth potential and diversification within the F&B industry that we're currently undergoing in India. And I saw some questions. We'll start taking some questions, friends. But just to quickly recap on the investment, we're looking at partnership for area partners who could come and operate as regional owners who need to own and operate one location by themselves. And the rest of the locations, which are sub-units, can be sub-franchised by them. And there's two sources of income for an area franchisee. One comes in the form of your franchise fees. So 20 lakhs is the franchise fee, which becomes 50% share with the franchise partner. So 10 lakhs goes to the area partner who owns that territory. And similarly, there is a 50% royalty share, which is a recurring. So franchise fee is a one-time fee on every new subunit that comes under you in the territory. And royalty is a recurring fee, which comes on every month of sales, which is net of taxes. The ideal locations we are looking at is high street and malls. And the average ticket price is also very, very competitive, which is approximately 600 rupees. If you go to any of the restaurants, the average ticket price that we pay is anything between 500 to 700 rupees. If we even club, a beverage, we have kept a very realistic average ticket price of 600 rupees for India. And the table turn is also approximately 2.5 times. So table turn with 75 odd tables, if you look at an average of 2.5, it means we're doing about 187 rotations chair in every week. And which is also very reasonable because your weekends would be a higher chair rotation. Your weekend would be close to about 2 rotations, which means if you have 70 odd chairs or covers, so to say, they would rotate minimum of 2 times. But given that the concept is complete dining and the trading hours are long, starting from morning to 11, this would also increase on the weekdays and would go even further up to about 4 also on the weekends. And I saw somebody asking a question on the cuisine. And the cuisine, if you look at, and we went through the video and the presentation, this is a global cuisine or world cuisine, as I put it. People consume these products globally, which means that you don't have to Indianize any of these products. And more importantly, I would say they should retain their brand ethos from the look and feel, their experience and menu. So there is no Indianization which is required in this part of our business and product. So we can quickly take some questions, Swaraj, from
So
our.
we have Raj. So Raj, if you can just put in from which city you have come in. So you have, I think most of your questions are answered. Only the last question I would like to take is that what kind of support do we expect from the brand? So Raj, we are the brand in India as we are the master franchisee for the brand. So everything starting from looking out for a venue, getting your entire vendor management done, getting your interior planned out, equipment setup done, getting your team trained, getting your team to execute the operations, start the operations, the local marketing, the centralized marketing plan, digital marketing, everything is taken care by us. We expect you to basically understand the brand, operate the brand, take care of the day-to-day operations and maintain the standards. And definitely the investment part is what is the most important thing. I will take some questions from the Q&A box. What is the marketing
Yeah, I'll
plan for India?
extend to that, Swaraj. Friends,
Yeah.
since Franchise India and Global are the master franchisees partner for India, for Pantry, we also have a full-fledged operations team, which is headquartered in New Delhi, that would work with every single partner for procurement of locations, help you even finalize the locations. We work with the leading malls in the country, where we work with you to even procure these locations in some of the top performing malls in India. We'll work with you to train your entire team. The entire procurement of the supply chain would also be domestic. There is no import of any product which is happening. And so all support from training to supplies to procurement of locations, your launch and ongoing support is something which Franchise India and Global, the master franchisee of Pantry, will take care in India. Yeah.
So Raj, one more question from your side. I think you are quite interested in the brand, and I think you are also in touch with us for your interest in franchising the brand in Mumbai. I think Mr. Ashish is in touch with you. Thank you for taking out your time to attend this session along with us. So, why is the interest on investment is not factored in for the ROI? So, Raj, you need to understand that the investment which you are showing you has divided into two parts. So, one is the master franchise fees which you pay for taking the entire rights. The second is the amount which you need to have in your bank before you start the investment. So it is not an amount which you're paying it out to us. It is an amount which you have to pay it out as per the cost, as per the different cost guidelines which are there. So like if the equipment, you have to pay to the equipment builder, equipment vendor. If it is for the interiors, you have to pay to the interior vendor. So that's why we have not structured it as an interest in the entire. You have not structured the interest in that. It is a total payout amount which you need to have before you start the business. Because see, we don't want to go into along with an investor who is going to go in stages to go and start the business. Because see, as soon as we get the agreement signed, it's a very immediate execution for us. In matter of 45 to 60 days, we finalize the venue, we get the menu done, we get the tasting done, and we execute the operations because we have to move fast. Because if you're going in for an area or a master franchise, right, you have to open up a minimum number of units. So the faster the first unit comes in, it is better because you have a proof of concept. You have other investors who will be interested. They will come see the location, and then we start their projects under you also. Ma'am, if you'd like to add anything.
That's perfect.
So I think that's all we had from questions. Do you have a digital marketing team in place? Yes, Raj, we have a centralized digital marketing team, which is not only the centralized digital marketing team, but Raj, for your information, Franchise India also is a media company. So we hold the franchisee rights for magazines like the Entrepreneur and the Retailer for the last 25 years. Indian Restaurant Congress is organized by us, and we also organize many international events. So if you are aware, I'm not sure about it, we also started the Global Franchisee Forum, which we are starting now in all the international countries. Along with that, we also have many shows which we organize in India. So there are more than 200 shows which are organized by our sister company, which is called Franchise India Holdings Limited. So both offline and online, we are very strongly present as far as marketing is concerned.
Swaraj, I would like to add over here, that question regarding the AD. Uh, but the good thing about this brand is, we are giving area developer rights for entire region. It's Western region, for example, you take, it comes to Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa, right? Complete South. So we're only looking at four good players in India, right?
Correct.
So assume you're taking the entire West, you're just paying 50 lakhs for that. Each sub franchisee, the sub franchisee cost is 20 lakhs. You get 60% out of it every time a sub franchisee comes to us, right? And we
Correct.
do a sub franchise. That means you need only four outlets, 12 into 4, 48 lakhs to get your entire AD investment back of 50 lakhs, right? And you have capacity of 20 pan entire Western region, right? So this is the quickest payback if you're talking about a AD, right? And the money you put in your own outlet, the revenue that it will generate, that will keep paying back for your own outlet of 64 lakhs investment, right? So
Yeah,
that's
so
the
you
how
get
we look at
80%
AD
royalty of your own outlet, which you're
outlet.
talking.
Yes, yes,
That's the
yes,
best
yes.
part of it. See, because the
Correct.
good
And there
thing
is no
about Pantry is that why we have kept the 1500 square feet model is that we didn't want to make it a QSR brand. It is a all-day dining cafe model is what we would like our area developers to understand and take it. That's why the number of units are less. The area franchise rights are so attractive and lucrative, which I think is one of the best financial programs which has been
models.
approved by
Yeah,
our MD and our chairman. And the most important thing is that pantry cannot be two or three in one area. So it has to be in one city. Max, in like Bombay, it can be two separate locations. One in New Delhi, one in the old Bombay area, and one in the new Bombay area, and most probably a third one in Thane area. But that city cannot take more. So we have to go out, we have to look into Gujarat, we have to look into Nagpur one. That's how the entire thought process is about the expansion plan, which we have planned out. Because if you see 1500 square feet, getting in what our MD said, two times turnover, 2.5 times turnover. Definitely, we should have that USP that this is the only one in that region, and that's where I think as a strategy we have gone right in the market.
And I'll
Yeah.
just add to that look, that's the reasons why we picked Fran Global to partner with, because what we have over here, I can't look after it daily, right? And we need a partner like Fran Global, Franchise India, who knows the market, who understands our brand, so we can translate everything that we know into the Indian market. And look, to be honest with you, there's multiple brands we saw at the last show. The Pantry, the financials are very important, of course. We've strong financials. We believe that the cost of sale actually can be better than 33%, to be honest with you. Once we finish working with Fran Global Kitchens, we feel like we can drop that down. So there's extra couple of percentage there. But to be honest with you, the brand you can be proud of. You can walk into your restaurant, you can be as an investor, you can open these and be proud to have your families in there yourself. That's what we're about. We're not a global superstar, but at the same time, we're proud every day to go into our restaurants knowing that our customers are happy, that the food is freshly made and the place looks great. And that's what we're standing out in the Indian market. We're standing out where we are. We're opening multiple stores this year with lots of nice people as well. And financials, yes, are very important. We have strong financials, but you can definitely be proud to open a pantry wherever you are.
Thank you, Paul. And that's all from our side as questions. I request our MD, Soni Chaudhary, to give a closing note, and then after Bharat, you can take it over and.
Thank you, Swaraj, and thank you so much, Paul. And I second what you said. The entire team of Franchise India and Fran Global will work very closely in making the brand very successful. And and I'm sure a lot of people who go out, dine out, there are not many places in India who have the kind of theme which Pantry has. There are 2, 3 places in Delhi, where I have been to, and I know these are not chains. These are just 1, 2 locations which somebody has opened up, and these locations are blocked. Even at 10 o'clock in the morning, you go on a Sunday, and if you go a little later, you have to wait at least 2, 3 hours to get a place. And these are not very big formats, small, but they're choco blocked round the clock for the entire week. So I'm very, very confident the moment we have one of the locations opening up, this would be most trending place in the city to look forward to.
There's one question. I don't know. We took that. What is the standard operating procedures and kind of training and support does the brand offer for a new franchisee? Swaraj.
So,
The SOPs, we would train our partners on the SOPs, and every company has the SOPs which are defined, which are documented, which are very confidential. And only once the franchisee comes on board, these SOPs are handed over to them. But obviously, the company has been operating globally. We have everything which is defined, and we go exactly how the SOPs have been written down. And all the franchise partners would be trained on that.
And I think the recipe is the most important part, which Paul will definitely be proud of, because the last time when in one of our meetings, one investor had asked him that if I would like to have the change the taste in pasta, would it be possible? So he said that this is the recipe which I have learned from my mother, and I am following it for the last 8 years. So I would not like to change it. I think that's what talks about a brand. That's what talks about systems and processes, that if we maintain it, if we make it strict, then definitely that's what is needs to be followed, and that's what needs to be taken care of. And that's what is going to create a brand.
Yeah, Swaraj. And I think one more question is if you want to customize, the menu based on the feedback, how does the process work?
We don't want to do that,
We
Ashish. We
don't
want
want
to
to do
retain
that.
the
Okay.
ethos of the brand. It is not required. It's a global cuisine. And
Yeah.
I
Okay.
strongly recommend companies should not do that. If you want to experience an international brand, why do you want to Indianize everything? We don't have
Okay.
to do this. This cuisine does not require any kind of Indianization.
And all
Okay.
this, the thing is that which ma'am said is that everything is currently there in India. It's only that the experience and the service and the menu, which will be different in the sense of the presentation, the format, and the experience which is there. So that's entire thing makes up Pantry. So that's the way we should look into it.
Okay.
All right,
Great.
so I think that's all for the day. Probably we all have answered all the questions.
Paul,
that were
any
asked
closing
in
note
the
from your
chat
side?
box.
Paul, any closing note from your side?
No, look, thank you again for the opportunity. I'd like to look, what we want to do is to have the right partner. We started with Fran Global, we franchised India, we've experienced the Indian market now after doing the shows. We just wanted to work with the nice, right people to progress the brand. We feel like our menu, our drinks, our branding will fit in very nicely, our experience as well. Let's offer something different that's not currently in the market. That's what we're trying. And with the right people, we think it'll grow really, really big there. So thank you very much again for the opportunity today.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank you.
joining the
Thank
session.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow again at the same time with another new brand. Yes, Bharat, up to you now.
Absolutely right. So that's all for the day. We would like to thank all the viewers who joined us this webinar. In fact, these webinars are done for you just because you can take an informed decision about the best opportunity available. We would also like to thank all the panelists, Paul, Suraj, Ashish ji, and Sonia ma'am for being available for this webinar and sharing the brand details and more insight about the business opportunity. Again, to all the viewers, if you would like to get in touch with us, you can contact our hotline number. I already have shared this in the chat box. Or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. Tomorrow, we will again come up with a new brand and we will explore the another business opportunity. Till then, have a nice day and ahead and